Hello, YouTube viewers and listeners. Poetry has always been a subject that interests me. Writing poetry requires the poet to be extremely disciplined with his or her choice of words and the number of words to create a sharp and accurate snapshot of what he or she is feeling. This combination of brevity and detail gives the reader open access to the poet's mind and enables the reader to truly connect with the poet. Poems capture detail, making them incredibly powerful in getting a message across the reader. The best poetry is written when we are truly in the midst of our emotions and struggling to gain clarity. This is when the cathartic release of emotions to pen and then paper as an outlet calms us, gives us clarity, and enables us to move forward. Imagine if every conversation in your life was crafted to perfectly convey your thoughts, emotions, intuitions, acrimonies, aspirations, passions, loves, etc. That's what poetry is. Every word in a poem is important to its understanding, just as every stroke of color in a painting is important. Poetry has a power to inspire change like no other art form. The best part about poetry is that there is no right or best kind of poetry. If it manages to tug the heartstrings of the readers, the correct use of meter and rhythm do not matter anymore. Each one of us is harboring a poet within ourselves. It takes just the right formation of the words to get it out of ourselves. Often, the best poems are written from the heart, raw, emotional, and to the point. And the following poem, entitled Desiderata, which is Latin meaning desired things, written by Max Ehrmann, does exactly that. Some of you might already know this poem, but I believe that it is worth repeating, as the words are truly powerful. When you cannot find any means of expressing yourself and your emotions overpower you, try poetry. Believe me, it works wonders. Thank you. Desiderata, words for life. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not bind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. My sister and I went to Costa Rica a couple of years ago, and I was truly amazed what that country had to offer. I was so impressed with the trip that I decided to write a poem. I called the poem, Costa Rica, I Love You. Here's how it goes. I went to Costa Rica to see all the fascinating animals and drink a few margaritas. What I really wanted to see was a sloth. To my surprise, it was not easy to find one. How sad to have traveled all that distance and not being able to see the animal I so much loved. At the beck and call of an experienced guide, he showed me where I could find the animal I wanted to find. With the guide's experience and knowledge, I did manage to see a sloth. Not one, but two, and greeted me with an achoo. What adorable creatures they are. And with such a wonderful teacher as a guide, I cried. I learned so much about butterflies, moths, frogs, and dragonflies. But when it was time to see a poisonous snake, I wanted to jump in the lake. Noisy hummingbirds chirping and chirping all day long. I said, so long. Lurking behind the bushes was a tapir, a fascinating animal related to a horse and rhino. A gentle, quiet animal. It certainly was not an attacker. Oh my dear, what a sight. My face turned white. What absurdity for me not to have learned about biodiversity. A variety of living organisms that dies and relives in another humble life. A bulletproof vest made of spiderwebs. I must admit, I was impressed and found it hard to digest. Thank you, senors and senoras of Costa Rica, for giving me an education, captivating, and an unforgettable vacation. With all the remarkable animals your country possesses, I must confess, your country is truly blessed.